don't even know what to think about it.
What is NASCAR's problem?
I was going to say, you go first, because you said it first.
Yeah. What is NASCAR's problem? I don't understand it. They say for many years they're trying to outdo the NFL, trying to become bigger than the NFL. You know what they're becoming? The NFL. They're becoming a freaking playoff game, just like every other sport in the world. Ugh, it's ridiculous. All right, first problem. You expand the field from 12 drivers to 16, which pretty much says we're going to pretty much let in anyone who wins a race. That's what they're trying to say. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it.
Well, actually, there is one restriction. Actually, there's two restrictions on it.
All right.
First restriction is be in the top 30 in points.
As opposed to the top 20.
Yeah, top 30. And you had to have run every race.
Okay, now that part I like. At least they got that part right.
But only in rare instances will it be, maybe if you missed a race because you got hurt or you got sick, then they might put an exception there, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, and I've only heard of the EIRI thing happening once. And that was only because Morgan Shepard arrived late to a race at New Hampshire because his hauler got burned. But it turns out the only reason they did that is to make sure Carl Long didn't make the field.
But, yeah, that top 30.
That kind of helps.
Okay, next issue?
Okay, second issue. Elimination thing. You're turning this into a playoff. Literally. You're not advancing past the NFL. You're becoming the NFL. It's like the weirdest version of the King of the Ring tournament I've ever seen in my life. Because that's basically what it is. These guys lose, you're out. Then these guys lose, you're out. Then these guys lose, you're out. Then you have your final event.
Yep, first to the finish line is your champion. And here's the funny thing. The Orange Cone messaged on Twitter today. If this format would have been used in a prior year, Denny Hamlin would have won the championship as a rookie. If this system was in place in 2006, Denny Hamlin would be champion.
Okay, then. Oh, by the way, his rookie year was 2006, right?
Yeah.
Which means not Jimmy Johnson.
No, it would have been Hamlin.
Yeah, and here's the interesting thing. A majority of the people I have heard from say that this is going to be one of those de-Johnsonizing the chase things. No, it's not. You watch. Those Johnson guys are going to figure out their way around the system, and then, bang, 7-time champion. Then everyone's mad. Brainless France is trying to ruin NASCAR bit by bit. You know what? If you want to de-Johnson-fize the chase, here's how you do it. Get rid of the chase. I've said it since day one. Dumb idea, and it's still a dumb idea. No matter what manner of advancements you make, no matter how much you screw it up, it's still going to be a screw-up from day one. Get rid of it. The only thing Brainless France has done right with the point system is the 43-1 method. That's it.
Okay. You got any more problems?
Here's another thing. How are the rest of the points going to handle out once the eliminations start? Are the 4 drivers eliminated in the first bracket going to be 16 through 12, and then they decide who's 12th and 16th from there?
No. Any drivers that are eliminated will go back down. Will go back down to a set amount of points, but they're going to keep everyone far away. They're basically going to add an extra 1,000 points every elimination round.
Oh, and one more thing. This has the potential for like 3 or 4 more Boyer gates.
Well, no, because here's the thing. You win, and if you're still eligible, you automatically move on to the next round.
I meant during the chase.
I don't think so.
We'll see.
We'll find out. So, anything else you want to vent about?
Why does Brainless France think that he has to change the system every year? This happened, so we gotta change it. This happened, so we gotta change it. This might happen, so we gotta change it. How does he not get it? Everything was fine for the longest time with his father in control. The instant he gets control, bang, everything ruined. What does he not get? I don't think he gets anything about this sport. To him, it's more about trying to be popular. We're supposed to beat the NFL. No, you're not. You're becoming the NFL. And a bad version of it at that. Better yet, you're the NWF. Or how about, or better yet, a new version of the NWO. NASCAR World Obliterated. Because that's what he's done. That'll explain why Kyle Petty was a part of the NWO in WCW. NASCAR World Obliterated. He predicted it. That's it.
Yeah.
NASCAR was a part of WCW. WCW shut down. The NHRA had their sponsorship with WWE. And don't forget, to a certain extent, whatever NASCAR does, the NHRA tries to mimic. Here's the problem. The NHRA has tried that kind of format with the eliminations before. First, it was the countdown to 8, which means top 8 drivers at the U.S. Nationals get in. Then it was the countdown to 4. Halfway through, top 4 get in. Then we had the countdown to 1. Now, here's the problem. 2007 in Funny Car. Since I know you don't know much about drag racing, I'll tell you the story. There were four drivers going for the championship at the last countdown in 2007. In round 1, and there were 2 races left, 3 of them smoked the tires and lost in the first round. The other 1 won the race, which meant he clinched the title. Because no matter what happens to him, the other guys can't catch him unless they win the other race and set a national record. Which did not happen. It came close, but it didn't. Because one of the other guys who was eliminated won the other race, but didn't set a national record. So the guy who won the first race automatically won. NASCAR apparently does not know about this. So once everything involving this new change blows up in their face, they're going to look back to that. And that's when they started 10 drivers in their own chase format and basically did the first version of what's now known as the NASCAR chase for, what was back then, the Nextel Cup. And even then we had controversy because of Robbery Highgate. Look up the 2009 U.S. Nationals. That's the problem. NASCAR is going to keep having issues as long as this chase format's in play. Why do they not get that? And besides, here's a better idea. If this is NASCAR's way of emphasizing winning, here's a brilliant idea. Just get rid of points altogether. You get a win, you get a point. The person with the most points wins. How's that for a brilliant idea, Brainless France? That's where it's eventually going to go. And by that logic, last year's champion would have been Matt Kansas because he had the most wins. If that's what NASCAR wants, that's what they should go with. If you're going to emphasize wins, make the wins the points. Otherwise, you're going to have more controversy and more problems and more people ticked off. We are not the NFL. We are not WWE. We don't want a playoff. We want a normal motorsport like IndyCar. Their points format. No chase, no countdown, no BS. And that's my final answer.
And I couldn't have said it any better. major NASCAR changes. Girlfriend will get pissed with you.
When it comes to the point system in a chase format.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll add an addendum to that. But no, I don't know if you caught all the details about how this is going to work.
Okay.
Here's how it's going to go. Eligibility. Top 15 drivers with the most wins over the first 26 races get in, provided they finished in the top 30 in points and attempted to qualify for every race. Oh, wait, it's not race every race. It's attempted to qualify in every race.
Okay, so question. Say that the junior concussion thing happens again. Does Junior have to attempt to qualify, or does the car have to qualify?
I don't know. They put in parentheses except in the player instances.
The EIRI thing.
Yeah. The 16th chase position will go to the points leader after race number 26 that does not have a victory. In the event that there are 16 or more winners over 26 races, which God forbid that happens, the only winless driver who can earn a chase grid spot would be the points leader after 26 races. If there are fewer than 16 different winners in the first 26 races, the remaining chase grid position will go to those winless drivers highest in points. If there are 16 or more winners in the first 26 races, the ties will first be broken by number of wins, followed by the Sprint Cup Series driver points. As was implemented in 2011, prior to the start of the chase, all chase grid drivers will have their points adjusted to 2,000 with 3 additional bonus points added to the total for each winner in the first 26 races. After the third chase race, the chase grid will be left with 12, blah, blah, blah. The first round, which is races 1, 2, and 3, will be called the Challenger round. If a driver in the chase grid wins the Challenger round race, that driver automatically advances to the next round. The remaining available positions, 1 through 12, that have not been filled based upon wins will be based on points. Each will then have their points reset to 3,000.
Okay.
The second round, 4 through 6, will be called the Contender round. Likewise, if a driver in the top 12 in points wins the race in the Contender round, the driver automatically advances to the next round. The remaining available positions 1 through 8 that have not been filled based upon wins will be based on points. Each will then have their points reset to 4,000. The third round, races 7, 8, and 9, will be called the Eliminator round. If the driver in the top 8 in points wins the race in the Eliminator round, that driver automatically goes to the final. Remaining available positions that have not been filled based upon wins will be based on points. Each will then have their points reset to 5,000. Additionally, drivers who are eliminated in the Contender and Eliminator rounds will have their points readjusted. Each eliminated driver will return to the chase start base of 2,000 plus any other regular season wins plus bonus points, with their accumulated points starting with race number 27 added. This will allow all drivers not in contention for the Sprint Cup title to continue to race for the best possible season long staying with final positions 5th through 16th still up for grabs.
Finally, something legitimate about that format. Because I like that part.
So you do like that part about after you've been eliminated, even if you go from race 9 and you don't get into that final, you could realistically fall out of the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting. The 36th and final race of the season will be the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. Simply stated, the highest finisher in that race among the remaining 4 eligible drivers will win the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series title. Bonus points for last lead will not apply in the season finale, so the official finishing position alone will decide the champion.
All right.
All rules outlined above also apply to the owner championship structure. So it's simple. Finish. It doesn't matter how much you lead. You can lead every lap, but then lose your motor in the last lap, and you will not be champion.
And that's the problem there. I actually heard Todd Grisham and Dale Jarrett talking about that on SportsCenter, and there was a mentioning that Jimmy Johnson can dominate the last part of the race, and all of a sudden, blown tire. What would that mean? And Jarrett says, tough luck.
No championship.
Yeah.